Well, welcome back. I'm excited for this next story because not only is he my neighbor, but it's a story of a very talented artist who has been painting for, get this, not 6 years, 6 decades.
That's not very long. Yeah, he doesn't look like he should be painting for 60 years. And Larry Peterson has long been a fixture in the Kearney art community, and our life guy, Brian Gnuse, joins us to tell us a little bit more about Larry and his awesome art. Good morning.
Good morning. Larry's work is currently being featured in an art show in Kearney, which is why we're bothering him at this particular time. Right. Not that he isn't busy all the time, but all the pieces in some way get their origins from the Platte River Valley. In this Guide to the Good Life segment, we take you along to Larry's studio and to the show.
Nearly every day, Larry Peterson strolls into his home studio and gets to work. His first love is watercolor, but on this day, he was working with acrylic paints.
Well, I don't know. I started, I guess, in the first grade, but I've been painting for probably 65 years and painted over 1,000 paintings.
Right now, more than 30 of those paintings are featured in the Walkway Gallery at CHI Good Samaritan Hospital in Kearney.
Truly, to have an artist like Larry that's willing to come in and display their artwork here, it's really quite a blessing for us. It's not every day you can get an artist that has the quality of work that Larry does.
I had the best of two worlds in that I taught at the universities, and I liked that, and then I could come home and I could paint, and so it was the best thing for me, the melting of the two, the teaching, and many times I was inspired by my students.
Larry has also been inspired by the Platte River Valley. Every piece in the show comes from watching the different seasons in this area.
Morning, noon, or night, or whatever the season might be, I never get tired of the Platte River. A lot of it's ethereal, you know, godlike. All the paintings up there, whether it be a sunrise or a sunset, a lot of it's taken, in other words, from, you know, the Platte River, the Platte Valley.
This particular show is all about watercolor, but Larry says he sometimes has a love-hate relationship with the medium.
It's fluid and it's fast, and I know within the first 15 minutes if I should keep it or destroy it. The watercolor, I think, is the most difficult medium because it's difficult to control, because if you get too much water on it, it's going to run. You'd think after all these years I can control it, you know exactly what's going to happen, but that's not true. It's just that it's a challenge every time I pick up a piece of paper and start painting.
And as to how much longer he'll keep challenging himself, there's no end in sight.
I guess it's just something I have as a drive to want to paint, you know, so I'll keep painting as long as I can.
Brian Gnuse, NTV's Good Life, Kearney.
If you've not been to the show yet, I encourage you to head to the Walkway Gallery at CHI Health in Kearney. The show is available to see 24 hours a day at the hospital and will be up until September 28th, so don't miss it.
Absolutely worth seeing,
Yes.
you know. And I love his passion for art, you know, and he's influenced so many artists over the year that have gone on to have shows in New York and all over the world. I mean, he's a very influential artist himself and a teacher.
He's so proud of his students, though. When he talked about his students, it was like his own children are doing so well out there, and he was showing me their books and their other items, and when he visited with them, and I don't think anything makes him happier than when his students do well. So.
A true teacher.
A true teacher.
Yep.
But a show that's open 24 hours a day. Our excuses for not showing up?
Absolutely.
Zero. So
what are you saying, Brian?
I'm saying it's so cool that, and he thought this was neat too, that since it is 24 hours a day, you don't have to go to the museum. You don't have to go somewhere else. You just need to, you know, wander to the hospital. And for a lot of employees, they're just going between their space and looking at it when they come through. So bringing the art to people, really cool.
Did you say how many pieces he has there?
There's like 36, something like that, and that fills it up. So it's a big space. So it takes an artist with a lot of work to fill that space.
Yeah, I can fill up some of my wall space too with.
And what are you saying, Carol?
I got a couple of his in my home, and there was a couple that I saw that were, all his stuff is beautiful.
Yes,
so
it is.
great story. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back.